Our top stories that we are following. There is growing concern about the safety of the Boeing 737 MAX 9 jets. United Airlines reported finding loose bolts and other installation issues during an inspection this week of grounded planes. Now, these findings come just days after that panel blew out of a similar jet operated by Alaska Airlines. Joining me now with more is Phil Doherty, an aviation analyst. Good morning to you, Phil. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Lindsey.
So we know that airplanes undergo rigorous testing before they can fly. How does something like loose hardware get missed?
Well, that's the big question that the NTSB is going to be looking into is what was it a production issue? Was it an installation issue? So we're going to have to try and figure out what was going on. And that's why the FAA, they issued that emergency airworthiness directive to ground the entire fleet until we figure out what's going on.
So are all MAX 9s grounded?
Yes, they are. All 171 of them are grounded until they've complied with the inspections and they've been rigorously tested and making sure that they're safe to fly.
So when people hear, okay, they're going to inspect these grounded planes, what does that actually mean? What are they going to be looking for specifically?
Well, the FAA has set out the guidelines on what has to be inspected. So the aircraft is going to be brought into the hangar. They're going to be removing the sidewall panels. They're going to be removing the seats in that area, and they're going to be checking the installation of that plug on the aircraft to make sure that it is secure and making sure there's no loose bolts or the installation is done correctly.
I'm thinking what a lot of people are thinking, you know, this takes me back to the MAX 8s and when all of those were grounded after multiple incidents. How similar or how critical is it for this company, I mean, Boeing, to get this right this time?
Well, they have to get it right because you can't afford to have another incident like they had on the MAX 8. So there are, everybody's going to be, like I said, on the ground until we get this sorted out. And then once everything is figured, we'll get the fix for it, and then the aircraft will be up flying again.
What does this do to the confidence in flyers?
Well, the 737 is the rock star of the Boeing fleet. There's over 11,000 of them built already. I think it's 11,516 are built since the early 1960s. So they've just made some modifications, some upgrades, and all that to the for the different models. So I mean, it's a solid platform. So it's going to be they're going to be doing some rigorous testing and making sure that they get it right this time.
What did you think when you heard about this incident and saw the video?
It was pretty shocking. The one thing, right off the bat was the one thing was that it's not a door; it's actually a plug. There's 11 operators of the Dash 9, the MAX Dash 9. Only 5 of them use the plug. Right, so there's another 6 of them that use the emergency exit, which is the mid-aft fuselage exit. Yeah, it was kind of surprising that that the actual piece departed the aircraft.
And how long do you expect them to be grounded for? How long will this take?
Well, it's going to take a few days. They say it's anywhere from 4 to 8 hours to inspect each aircraft. So now that United has found some loose bolts, that's going to step up the inspection process, and that's going to the FAA and NTSB are going to be looking and scrutinizing all this data coming from the operators and seeing who's got problems and what the problem is and how can we fix it.
Phil Doherty, thanks for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
Great. Thanks for having me, Lindsey.
All right.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.